Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time, I know. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that affects students, especially when you are studying in a country that speaks a different language from what you know. So it is language barrier. We're going to talk about how to overcome this language barrier and how not to let it suppress you or depress you, right? For those of us that don't know, my name is Blessing, and I I've been living in Russia for the past 8 years, if I must say. I did my bachelor's degree here. Now I'm doing my master's degree here as well. So, and my bachelor's degree was actually in Russian language. Yes. And my master's degree is also in Russian language. My bachelor's was in Russian language because I didn't have a choice to choose, but this my master's degree in the university I'm in right now. You actually have a choice to choose either English or Russian course, and I intentionally chose Russian course because the course I'm interested in is in Russian. So I'm doing that in Russian language as well. So the first thing that we have to know is embrace the learning process, right? I know when you come to a new place and you want to rush, you want to learn the language as fast as you can, which is very good, by the way, don't get me wrong. But then this brings you so much setbacks or depression or sadness if you don't achieve it the way how fast you want it, right? So embrace the process because right now in Russia that I know the language, when I remember back in the days that I stressed myself a lot, I cried a lot, I was down a lot because of the language difference. Now I'm like, why? Just why, right? And it doesn't change the fact that the things that will happen when you don't know the language will still happen, right? So embrace the process, embrace all the negatives it comes with, and don't take anything personal, right? What do I mean by don't take anything personal is when you feel stupid because someone said something I don't understand, don't take it personal. Take it as the process, right? You're learning something you don't know. And mind you, you're not only learning the language, you're also getting new knowledge in the language, right? What do I mean by this? When I came, we did the language for like 7 or 8 months because we came late. They started earlier, but I came on a scholarship my government sent us late. Now, instead of 1 year of the language, it was 8 or is it 7 months. Now, when you don't understand something, right? Take it as I am learning the language, right? And don't take it personal means like you are learning this language, and after that you are studying in this language, so it's a new knowledge. Let's say you're studying engineering, you don't know that engineering course, it's something new, right? And also don't take everything as like the language. Oh, it's the language, so I'm probably dumb. No, you're also studying something very difficult, like a new concept, a new knowledge. Do you get it? For example, I studied chemical technology, and if you're not told, you just think, oh, I'm just dumb. No, sometimes it's just the concept you're not understanding, but because of the language difference, you think it's a language different that is causing it. And also, other students are also struggling, even the native speakers, because they are also getting new knowledge. So you take it easy on yourself and understand this fact and don't take this seriously. And even when maybe the teachers are frustrated at you or something like that, for people that go to universities that don't really know about student orientation, student centric approaches, right? Don't take it personal. I know it is easier, it is harder or easier said than done, but if someone had told me these things back then, I think I would have been more confident. But now I am here telling you, don't take it personal. Um, the second thing I would like to talk about is to utilize the resources available to you, right? Utilize every resources, the friends, the movies, the songs, the if there is extra classes, you take it, ask your teachers questions. Don't be shy. They are there for you, right? Even when some of them behave as if you are invading their space, invade that space. Invade that space, utilize every resources that is available to you. I know for introverts it might be a little bit difficult, right? Because during my time, people that are extroverted, they tend to get it more than others are introverted. But trust me, I'm not saying like throw away yourself or throw yourself at people, but for those ones that want to come to you, don't push them away or don't bore them away or don't shy away from them, right? Utilize every resources you have available. The next thing is to embrace the cultural immersion, right? Because language is not only about speaking. If you truly want to understand the people, the way they talk, the tone they talk, like throw away the things that how you behave, right? If you want to survive or succeed in a new country where they're not speaking the language you are used to, you have to also get used to the culture. What do I mean by this? For example, in Russia, right? I have to get used to the tone with which they speak. You have to quickly get that sometimes when they speak loud, it's they're just speaking. It's not personal, right? And also I learned quickly how to respond in the same manner I'm talked to. If the person is talking fast, you respond like fast. If the person is talking slow. If the person is screaming, some rude people, you scream too. It's part of the culture. If they are screaming at you and you are like timid, I'm sorry for you, but you feel more dumb, right? Now, that is what I mean by the culture, the way of life, and also like the food, the everything. Like, try to integrate because when you integrate, when you go to the ex go beyond just trying to learn the words and try to understand the people, the language gets easier for you to most of the way I speak now, I didn't learn in the university. I learned by listening to the people, right? The way they say things, you know, the way they express themselves, you know, their music, the way they sing, it kind of opens your eyes to understand more how they behave, right? Because you're learning this language not just so you can speak some sentences, but so you can communicate with the natives, right? So when you engage yourself and embrace the overall experience, like travel beyond your city, and also when you travel beyond the city where you are in that country, you get to realize that there is actually they are the same country but there are slight cultural differences, and your eyes start to open and you start to feel more comfortable, right? But if you're cooped up in your room or cooped up in the city where you are in, it's still okay, but you won't feel yourself like a free bird, because the aim is to feel free, to feel confident in where you're staying, right? Now I'm not talking about extroverts that is easier for. I'm talking about like not introverts, right? You don't need to like be all chatty and stuff, but be strategic, move around cities, embrace the culture, the language, the food, the people. It's also good to also have your own things that you are used to, like your cultural food and stuff, but try to go beyond that and get used to it. I promise you, you'll get more comfortable in your own skin living in this place, and it will no longer feel like a strange place. It will start feeling like home, especially if you plan to stay there for a long time. You don't want to be staying in a country that is not yours for a long time and it still doesn't feel like home. It's just somehow, you get. And then the next and the last point is I've said utilize, yeah, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be forgiving to yourself. Know that this is not your language. You're learning another language, you know. Just be patient with yourself. Forgive yourself when you make mistakes. I know when something happens and then you remember at home, oh, I should have said it this way. Oh, I should have done it this way. No, learn, and then next time you do it or you say it, but forgive yourself. And yeah, remember that language learning can be daunting at first, but with lots of encouragement from yourself, with lots of love for yourself, positive attitude, you will get through. And yes, people are also different, right? Some people might, in a few years, start speaking like natives. But some other people you will still be learning, and in fact everybody, you will still be learning. Even natives themselves, they are still learning their language every day, every day, every day. The problem is, like, when we as foreigners or foreign students, we lack the humility to understand this fact. We think, oh, because we came, we can speak well, oh, we have to be friend, oh, we have to, no. Even your own native language, do you know it properly? Do you know how to speak it? Do you know the proverbs, the riddles? Do you know the depth? No, you're still learning. It's the same concept here. Even the Russian native Russians, they, as long as you can communicate, they understand you, you understand them, you are doing well. You are doing okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Be humble. Don't, feel like you can, like some foreigners that will write their level of Russian is like see something. I'm like, you can't be more native than the natives, right? So that's it. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Feel free to like this video, share it to friends, fellow foreigners that might be finding it difficult, as a word of encouragement. And you can write in the comment section below what your experience has been or is, as you're trying to get used to the new language wherever you are. All right, till next time. See you. Bye.